Donovan Clingan, who can shoot the ball from the tonight. We're underway here. They start with Kamara on Wembanyama. We saw Drew Holiday, the point guard Wembanyama for a good part of Game 4. Here's Vassell off the dribble. He'll take the mid-range shot. It's good to start us off here tonight in San Antonio.
Well, Vassell was a big part of the third quarter run. In fact, he had 6 points and really started to put some pressure on Portland.
Here's Clingan, who was just 2 for 10 and had no second half points in the Game 4 defeat. Holiday on the drive, missed the layup, cleared by Wembanyama. Champagnie on the spot up three, too strong. Holiday rebounds it, and Portland looking to run. This is when the Blazers are at their best. Avdia getting downhill. They work it around the horn. Kamara, corner three, too strong. Scoot Henderson, who did not score in games. And on the other side, what a job Johnson has done in the Coach of the Year running for San Antonio. Avdia on the cut, gets the layup to tie it up.
Good pass from Clingan.
Wembanyama drives. The lob is broken up by Kamara, an excellent defender, but Wemby attacks and slams it home. Most humans, that's a break the other way, as Clingan can't tip it in, but somehow Wembanyama not only secures the ball, but then throws it down. Champagnie lets it fly. Got a three! Avdia looking to drive on Champagnie, got bumped, and no basket. First foul on San Antonio.
A different approach at the start. They look like they are a much more physical basketball team to start.
Avdia misses a three. Only a 32% three-point shooter, but they get a second chance opportunity. And a foul on.
A message early, a little bit too physical.
Fox on the drive. Open is Castle. He shot it well from three, but elects to drive and kick here. Champagnie again. The Champagnie flowing early in San Antonio. He's got 2 threes. Clingan not even looking to shoot right now. 10-2 start for the home team. Clingan inside again, not even looking to shoot with Wembanyama right there. And Wemby gets the block on Kamara. Fox with the skip to Castle. Castle puts it on the deck and gets 2 at the rim.
I've learned to trust this young man. I'm rolling with him, and the challenge is now for him to play like he did in that second half of Game 4, where he had 18 points in that second half of his 20. Responsibility of being the face of the franchise and the best player. Johnson added to us, Victor wants to be the sun. He's a nuclear weapon, Dave and DB.
That's great information, George, but the best part of that report was you not flinching when Coyote was giving you the business behind you. But Victor Wembanyama is as serious about the game as any young player that's come into the league. He's got all this skill, but the way he treats basketball, the way he treats his body, he's all business. It's a 14-4 start. Another three for Champagnie. He's got 3 triples. Early.
I think he might be your favorite player, Champagnie.
Now a foul called as Avdia a little shaken up.
Sort of a white-hot shooter when he starts to get his rhythm.
Sorry, DB, the last one ruled a 2. They'll look at it. Safe foot on the line. Clingan cleans it up inside. Still Portland down 10. 4.5 minutes gone by here in Game 5. Then Game 6 between Denver and Minnesota is Thursday. Who knows how long that series will go with the injuries to the Wolves. Denver trying to win and keep it going. San Antonio with a chance to get some rest if they can close out the Blazers tonight.
Something we've seen all series is they're not guarding Stephon Castle. Well, good drive. Great. That is Denny Avdia in a nutshell. 6'8" and wants to get downhill constantly. But they're putting their 5-man, as you see here, Clingan on him. He's not overreacting as he puts a nice pass. That's going to be really selective about when he takes.
Wemby, he scored 22. Castle had 33 in that game. He says he's the reason why those young guys are unfazed. Said he's been a great mentor to them. Klingon misses, but the tip-in is good by Kamara. They changed that Champagny shot to a 3. Check that, the Fox shot to a 3. So 9-point lead nearing the midway point of the first quarter. Vassell stops just outside the free throw line. His attempt no good. Henderson, boy, does he need that. Scoot Henderson with his first points after going scoreless in game 4.
So the way the Spurs started, you got the young Portland Trailblazers on their heels. Did they respond? Indeed.
Cornet has been very good off the bench for San Antonio all year. Castle in the lane, gets the basket. Second field goal for him. Henderson driving, falling away, missed that time. Long rebound, Champagny. Castle gets past his man, hangs and scores with the left hand. Gorgeous finish by Castle.
So a patient game, right? I talked about he's not shooting shots because they're not guarding him. He says, let me get to my strengths, which is touching the paint.
Grant, lane cut off. He'll take the jumper and hit it. Jeremy Grant had 17 points in game 4. They'll need another performance like that to get a win on the road. Keep this series alive. Champagny lets it fly again, and he's good again. Raise a glass. Champagny making everything here in the first quarter. The lead's 11.
Exactly how many Champagne references are we going to get? Great downhill drive by Denny.
Avdia with his third bucket. He's got 8 points already.
I'm saying if you give me one more.
I don't know if I got any more left in the bag. They need to take a breath here. Spurs as a team are 10 for 13 and 4 of 6 from 3. Champagny is 3 of 4. Shot clock at 5. Here's Fox. The lob, and it almost went in. Fox gets it back, stripped by Avdia. Out of bounds. Will stay with the on the line. Shot clock at 5 for Vassell around the Cornet screen. And he loses the ball, but keeps it alive to Johnson, who beats the shot clock, but can't make the basket. Harper keeping it alive. And Castle using the screen, keeps the defender on his hip, works through the lane, and banks it home. A 4 for 4 Spurs luminaries in the building as San Antonio seeks its first series victory since 2017. They went to the conference finals that year. Avdia missed the 3. Portland 1 for 6 from behind the arc. Harper underneath to Cornet. Lead is 11. 4-minute mark, opening quarter. Johnson trying to power his way past Avdia with the reverse layup. And another Blazer timeout.
Plays the next 3 minutes like a 0-0. Here we go.
39-year-old Mitch Johnson in his first full season. He took over early last year because of Greg Popovich's medical situation. Just done a remarkable job given the expectations for this organization and the youth of this team. They won 34 games last year, 62 this year. And a foul called on Sissoko, who's getting some
Try to increase with Wemby on the bench. They will be much more aggressive downhill.
The lead is increased with Wembanyama on the bench as Vassell connects from mid-range. 13-point lead, attacking the basket. Robert Williams with the follow off the Grant miss.
Make it 8 for 12. We talked about their struggles shooting the basketball. So again, if you can play off misses or even off makes, get your tempo up and try to get into early offense.
Harper, strong move, and the floater.
Boy, they are so tough. He and Castle so tough, touching the paint with their drives.
First time since game 1, the Spurs with a 30-point first quarter. Another missed 3. Portland 1 for 7 from deep. San Antonio is 4 of 7. Here's the 6th man of the year, Keldon Johnson, working deep into the lane. Skip to Castle, whose 3 is no good. That's his first miss of the game. He was 4 for 4 prior to that one. Holiday. Here's Thibault. No good on the 3. Offensive rebound, Sissoko. And another misfire from deep by Holiday. And it's San Antonio possession. Steal by Thibault. He'll fire another three and miss again. Boy, that's been the issue all year for the Blazers. It continues here in the postseason.
I mean, I love his opportunistic steal. He's never been a dead-eye three-point shooter.
Vassell blocked by Thibault. He's excellent at that as well.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's his impact right there.
Holiday blocked by Castle out of bounds.
Don't go in, they're really high early. We just got to get back in transition. We got to match up, and we got to rebound the ball. We just got to be really, really physical and defend our man.
You are matched up with Victor Wembanyama. How do you try to deter him as a defensive threat?
Make him take tough shots, and offensively, move him, keep him spaced away from the rim, and just try to knock down open shots.
Donovan, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dave, DB.
And George, to your first question, they actually had more points in the paint and more second chance points than San Antonio in that first quarter, but they just can't make a shot from the perimeter.
That's exactly right. Because after
2 for 12 from three-point range, and they have no free throw attempts. Down 3-1 in this best-of-7 opening round series. Johnson hoists and hits a three. 5th three-pointer for San Antonio. Portland working it around back to the far corner. Kamara's three, no good. Harper rebounds.
That's how you generate a terrific shot. Another open three, and you can't make it.
All the way to the cup. Harper with 2. Largest lead of the first half at 15 for San Antonio. Holiday gets to the rim, but Victor Wembanyama with the trailing block. And a blocking foul called here as Kamara tried to draw. 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Wembanyama's taken just one shot on offense. He gets fouled there by Avdia, and they're going to.
Like, I'm gonna make this contact for real. Official will have to blow the whistle.
Wembanyama connects from mid-range. Boy, so smooth.
Really so. But I would also link Brian Wright to that, because to have two men make the program their own in such a respectful and protective way of the legacy, to me, speaks volumes.
Johnson gets the layup to push the lead to 19. You're so right, Dort. Championship organizations over the years have made big mistakes when they've moved on from people that are in the pantheon of great coaches and executives in their sport. Yet San Antonio, Greg Popovich obviously with the medical situation, but R.C. Buford letting Brian Wright kind of move in to be the key decision maker. That transition has been as smooth as any we've ever seen in the history of sports for a championship organization, as Harper slams it down and the lead is 19.
Here that Oklahoma City probably doesn't get enough respect for its ability to repeat. I'm going to tell you this, San Antonio has enough to win it all. They do. And, luck is required at times. Matchups are important. Health, all of those things. Because Portland, unlike the second half the other night, I don't feel like they've played terribly here. They've shot terribly. Some of that's the Spurs. But this...
Shooting 2, looking to extend the lead. Take a look at the upcoming playoff schedule.
Reliant on Cade. He had a brilliant season. Obviously, the injury. But you hope Detroit finds the best version of themselves to put a little pressure on Orlando. The longer the series, the better, Dave.
Orlando, the expectations were high for them coming into the year. So if you just looked at what people thought back in August and September about what this team was going to be, it probably shouldn't come as a surprise, but they did not have a good regular season. Wembanyama drives the lane and gets fouled by Klingon, 4th team foul, because he already can shoot the ball from 3. He has an excellent handle, as we see there, and going behind the back.
You know what I think it is? It's shot clock violation. I think the next step, part of it is recognize those progressions. The bigger he gets, the more he's able to deal with the physicality.
3-on-1. Champagny gives it up to Harper for the dunk. A +1.
There's no unnecessary drama here. We don't care about shots, who's getting what. We just want to win.
Well, you look at the model for winning with youth that Oklahoma City has set. 2 years ago, the youngest 1 seed ever, the youngest champion ever last year. But there's another young team in the West that looks like they're going to be on their heels in the 2026 postseason. Shot clock at 2. Sharp puts it up. No good. Wembanyama keeps it alive, and Castle's got it. Wembanyama for 3. His dad, and those guys have seen a lot and done a lot in their legendary career. Sharp's 3, good. Just the 3rd 3 for Portland. Even with that, the last 3.5 quarters, San Antonio is outscoring the Blazers by 61.
Wow.
They were down by 17 at halftime. They outscored the Blazers 73-35, the largest second-half margin in playoff history. And they've kept it rolling tonight. Champagny can't get the bank shot. And Holiday out of there with it. Spurs trying to send the Blazers home for the rest of the offseason as Wembanyama hit the deck, but appears to be okay. Holiday finally on the board after an 0 for 7 start.
Look at how physical they are being.
And Castle lost the ball. He thought he was fouled. He had Sissoko on Wembanyama that time. Thibault to the corner. Here's Sissoko. Not close. Rebound Champagny.
Wow.
Blazers still don't have a free throw attempt. And they're shooting 35% from the floor. Spurs at 67%. And Castle throws it into the 5th row. ESPN Thursday night from the Twin Cities. Minnesota up 3-2, but down 2 key players in DiVincenzo and Edwards. Sharp missed a 3. Klingon gets the offense award for 6th man of the year, the first Spur to get it since Ginobili. Good hustle by Sissoko.
I'll tell you what, Sissoko has provided incredible energy. Young man has gotten an opportunity, and he is playing as hard as he possibly can.
Klingon spun away from Vassell and slams it. San Antonio, largest lead was 26. Three-pointer goes for Champagny, his 4th of the first half. Sharp. Klingon tried to tip it in, now swiping at Cornette. And Fox will bring it up. De'Aaron Fox gets past Thibault. Underneath to Cornette.
He's had to sacrifice some shots. Obviously, the focal point's going to be Wemby.
Pushes it ahead to Vassell for the slam. Assist number 6 for Fox. Halftime presented by Hyundai. Looks like the Knicks are going to go up 3-2 on Atlanta. Game 6 of that series Thursday on ESPN from Atlanta. 2 Game 6s for you Thursday night on ESPN. Denver, Minnesota the other. Spurs, if they advance tonight, will play the winner of that matchup. However, to trail by 15 or more at half and win by 15 or more. And then they came out hot tonight, led by 10 in the first few minutes. Abdia now with 18 points to make it an 18-point game. In today's NBA, that is nothing. And a whole half to go, but
Second quarter, and then nice little set there to get Abdia to his strength.
Castle setting a screen for Vassell. So Abdia with 18. The rest of the team has 29. And a foul. He would challenge Wembanyama to see if his timing was on. And I guess he feels like it's on, so he didn't want to challenge him there. As Klingon misses a 3. Henderson trying to track it down, stepped out of bounds. He plays perfectly fits not just this team, but the history of this organization. The youngest ever and first unanimous defensive player of the year in NBA history. And Castle gets
Wemby, but he cannot find that three-point rhythm.
And if you go to Robert Williams, Wembanyama is just going to hang in the paint. Although Williams has made some threes in this series. Castle hits a 3 and the lead back to 21.
See what I mean about his selectivity? He's only taken 2 threes. They've given him a ton of opportunities.
Holiday around and out. Wembanyama with the board. And Castle is very choosy about what threes he takes as they wave it
Long,
up.
good bucket.
I'm with you. Nick Bookert made the call. And now an obvious three. And Wembanyama just jumping in the air. You wonder if that is even impacting the perimeter shots for Portland, as that was way off. Wembanyama gets run over by Henderson when they play against San Antonio, because even if he's not right in your face, he's lurking somewhere, as we saw on that chase down block against Holiday, where it looked for Minnesota as the Blazers sink back into the. He shot it better from 3 in the playoffs than he did in the regular season. He's almost 50% now from behind the arc in 5 games. That Denver-Minnesota series, by the way, is 3-2 Wolves. Game 6, ESPN Thursday night, after Hawks-Knicks Game 6. Not that time for Castle. Avdia racing downhill. Wembanyama jumped into the air, got a piece of that. Went up the second half of the season and into the playoffs. Meanwhile, Castle's hurt his hand. He's shaken up.
Is it the same hand? Is it the left hand that seemed to bother him the other night?
And he's got it wrapped as well, that left hand. No look pass, Castle to Vassell. 3 no good.
Victor looks a little tired. He's a little slow up the floor. He's going to come back in the picture.
Vassell with the interception. Blazers 0 for their last 6, and they're also turning it over. Champagnie, no, but he's fouled. Free throw for Champagnie. Spurs will get possession. And Champagnie missed the 3rd free throw. A guy that is a role player for this team that understands exactly what is expected of him and does it very well. Turnover. Henderson. Oh, he soars to the rim and slams. An awkward landing, but he looks all right.
He does give you a glimpse every now and again. Wow.
He was the 3rd pick in the draft the year Wembanyama came out. Brandon Miller was drafted in between them, and Miller is having a nice start to his career in Charlotte. Grant. Kamara got a 3. Timeout, San Antonio. Kevin Durant ruled out for tomorrow night, reportedly, as Wembanyama gets into the lane. That's his first miss of the game. He only has taken 4 shots. 7.6 rebounds, 3 blocks for Wembanyama. Grant, make that 4 blocks now for Wemby. 11 in the last 2 games. Johnson, the Euro and kick. Champagnie, defender flies by, gives it up. Castle's 3, no good. Still plenty of time for Portland, but just 5 of 25 from 3. They need this one here from Grant, and they get it. Year 12 out of Syracuse for Jeremy Grant. And they sag off of Castle. Now Holiday goes to greet him at the 3-point line. Johnson going baseline around the defender. Shot clock down to 3. Castle kicked it out. Harper got it away in time, and it goes for 3.
12 on a very efficient 5 for 6 shooting, Harper.
He and Castle have combined for 27 on 11 of 16 shooting. Grant's 3 no good that time. And Klingon and Castle, each game better than the next. History of the NBA, what he's been able to do so far in the postseason. Get some rest, close out the Blazers tonight, see what happens in the Denver-Minnesota series on Thursday as the Nuggets look to even that series.
With 1 double-digit score, and they had 65 on the board.
Yeah, hasn't needed to be assertive, looking for his own. Just play good defense, rebound. Kept alive underneath, last touch. Anthony Edwards, obviously Dante DiVincenzo out as well for the Game 6 against Denver in the Twin Cities Thursday. Holiday going baseline, weaving through traffic, tries to force it underneath, and it was kicked by San Antonio.
To get it to the mismatch.
And a really underrated pickup by San Antonio coming from Boston. Helped them win a championship. He fouls Grant there. Third foul on Cornette. That was a 41-second possession. Fox going to get it. Cornette setting the screen. Abdia retreats, so Fox splits the double, gets deep in the lane, puts it up. He was fouled. He said the last.
He was Keldon Johnson's development coach. And obviously you're coaching very young guys in Harper and Stephon.
That trade to bring Fox to pair him with all the young guys has ended up paying big dividends. Obviously, we'll see how far the Spurs go in the playoffs, but if they win tonight, they'll have gone further than any Spurs team since 2017. A turnover here by San Antonio. Was an 11-point lead after 12-point lead after the first quarter, 20 at halftime as Cornette gets the backside board but lost the handle, gets on the floor and tied up. Now, that's one way to keep him from getting a lob, just knock him down, which Williams did. Makes a nice steal. Grant and Wembanyama gets the deflection and tried to save it but stepped out.
Great.
Like the young man was more worried about getting his beer knocked over than anything else.
Oh, they don't see the kick there, I think. So no reset, no dead ball, obviously.
Another deflection. It somehow ends up in Holiday's hands, who gets it out to Kamara. Boy, nobody can put it in the bucket here in the second half. 12 points for each team in the third quarter. Vassell misses again. Rebound, Harper back up. No. Boy, it looked like a foul on Portland.
I absolutely thought he got fouled.
Some opportunities for the Blazers. Oh, how about the put down by Williams on the reverse with Wembanyama challenging. Vassell fouled by Grant on the other end.
It's a tough line to toe in making this group understand they need to.
That fearlessness, that arrogance will contact out.
Again, Oklahoma City kind of has the same demeanor, but both teams, when it comes to taking care of business, they've been able to do that despite their youth. Krejci gives it up to Sissoko. It knocks down a three.
I thought his foot looked.
86-68. Wembanyama has it knocked away. Krejci in the open floor, waiting for some help.
Need about 6 minutes of continued great play here to make sure Portland thinks it's done. See, Klingon wants no part of shooting shots anymore from three.
And Thibault really struggling. 0 for 5 now from three-point range. They are 7 of 35 as a team. De'Aaron Fox now with 10 points. The 5th Spur in double figures. 10.5 minutes away from moving on to the conference semifinals to face either Denver or Minnesota as Klingon drills a three. San Antonio went 1-3 against Denver during the regular season. Now, one of those losses was the last game of the year. Wembanyama didn't play. But the fact that over the final 34 regular season games, San Antonio went 30-4, and 3 of those losses were against Denver. They also went 1-2 against Minnesota. And the Wolves currently lead the Nuggets 3-2, but it will be interesting with the Minnesota injuries what happens going forward. Abdia fouled by.
Says he thinks that play by Fox sort of rose to the level.
And they did. Now he hits the free throws for the personal foul on Fox. It's 91-73. $18 points for Abdia. And an over and back violation. But still a lot of time, although Abdia turns it over, dribbling it off his foot. Thibault knocks it away from Harper out of bounds. Section of the Crossbank Center fan base going nuts as Champagne's shot almost hit the shot clock. Klingon rips it away from Harper.
Harper just got up so high.
Klingon launches. That's good.
There he is. Position, but they have fought in this one.
And that's a credit to obviously the players, but also Tiago Splitter, the interim head coach. Might be his last game. He told us before the game, as Portland has the ball, coaching job, but acknowledges that others are being talked to as well. This is a huge possession here. Krejci gives it up. Kamara wide open and can't get it. A foul underneath those injuries. But a bright young coach in the NBA. Holiday for three. Got it. Drew Holiday with him.
They have now made 10 threes, so they have matched the Spurs from that. And listen, the Spurs' intensity hasn't been the same. A little bit of focus, a little bit of drift, because you've been up so much for so long.
Of course, they have more turnovers than baskets this half. Cox misses the bank. Rebound Kamara. A chance to get it to 10, maybe 9. And he got two guys on the floor, Krejci and Sissoko, who've only played a combined 4 minutes in this series prior to tonight. Sissoko will try the three. It's good. It's a 9-point game. Nothing. And Splitter's going to keep Krejci and Sissoko, two guys that were out of the rotation, on the floor. Shot clock inside of 10. Wembanyama back in the game. Timer down to 4. Vassell fires and gets it from 15 feet.
Well, he's got a knack for timely buckets, that guy.
10 points for Vassell. The 6th Spur in double figures tonight. Portland has 3. Klingen's hit a couple threes. He'll try it again. Not that time. The tip won't go either by Sissoko. Spurs trying to close out Portland. What a no-look pass by Castle and finish from Wembanyama. 4 quick points out of the timeout. The lead back to 13. Krejci will rise up over Wembanyama off the heel. That hit Castle last, and Vassell tried to save it and gets it. Down 13 as that was kicked by Kamara off of Castle. Here's Keldon Johnson, the 6th man of the year, gets into the lane, goes up, and he's fouled.
Meaning he keeps it light. He's got the music going.
The longest tenured Spur to never reach the postseason up until this year. Think about how many years this franchise has been in existence.
And he's done a tremendous job as a role player. Didn't start a single game, but played all 82. One of 18 players to play all 82 games as Wembanyama's called for the foul. That's
any Fox Wemby pick and roll when Fox comes back in.
Sissoko with the throwdown and a foul on Wembanyama. And he completes the three-point play. Sissoko has as many points this quarter as the Spurs do, 9 apiece. We've got a game. Midway point of the 4th quarter, San Antonio up 10. Trying to close out a series. It's hard to do in any series, especially for a team that hasn't been in this position before. They've got a veteran in Fox, though, and he comes through with the foul line jump. Avdia's got 20 points, a game high. Holiday on the drive, works into the lane. He's fouled. Count the bucket. Holiday, 84% during the regular season. He completes the three-point play. It's a 9-point game again. It was a 28-point lead in the 3rd quarter for San Antonio. Shot clock inside of 10. The Spurs have kept it above the three-point line the entire possession. Now Fox 4-3 over Sissoko. It's good. Boy, every time San Antonio needs a big shot.
And what did they do, Dave? They went right back to the thing that killed Portland in the 2nd half, the Wemby-Fox pick and roll.
Klingen looking to answer, way short. Rebound Wembanyama, his 13th board.
And I gotta believe you're gonna go right back in that direction. The pick and roll with Wemby and Fox in the 2nd half of Game 4 was devastating to this group.
15 points, 9 assists for Fox. He drives here and scores! Like Game 4, De'Aaron Fox needed the veteran to do it in the 4th. Lead back to 14. Does Portland have one more run at it here with 4:40 to go? Avdia bumped off his spot by Castle, and that's a foul on Castle. That's 5. So Avdia's going to miss the first, the technical in his hands, leading the way for San Antonio.
Scoot, he has had a tough stretch, just 2 for 6.
And 6 fouls for Castle. Kamara gets the first free.
Both fouls.
It's a learning experience for a young team.
Experiences matter. You do this in the next series, that's a problem.
Against either Minnesota or Denver, a Denver team that's won a championship in Minnesota that's been to back-to-back conference finals. Shot clock down to 3. Fox gets past Klingon, floats it up, and good! He's got 11 of the 18 points for San Antonio in the quarter. Where would they be without De'Aaron Fox? The last 2 games. Kamar's 3 off target. Knocked out of bounds by Klingon. 18 in the second half of game 4. They'll put it in his hands again. His team up 13. Fox against Grant, fires away. 3 no good. And good block out by Holiday. Only been in 1 postseason as Wembanyama's fouled. That was with Sacramento. And
Spurs 1.
Wembanyama 5 of 5 now. Up to 17 points, and the lead is 15 now for San Antonio with 3.5 to go. Wembanyama's also got 13 rebounds and 4 blocks to go at those 17 points. Oh my goodness! Spiked! And a foul call. 12 blocks in the last 2 games.
A tough grader if that's the only thing that's kind of reacting now.
He had not reacted. Portland still within striking distance, but needs stops to keep its season alive. Facing elimination here in game 5, trailing 3-1 in the series, and now 14, 106-92 in the game. Fox working on Krejci, gets downhill, hangs, banks it in. What a 4th for De'Aaron Fox. And the Blazers, it looked like they were going to lose that game, and it was going to be 2-2. And they'd have to go back to Portland, but Fox was great in the 3rd quarter, brought the Spurs back. And when Portland made it close here tonight, he put up 13 points. Avdia misses. Wembanyama secures it. 2 minutes away now from advancing to the conference semifinals for the first time since 2017. It's the first playoff appearance for San Antonio since 2019. Harper passed his man. Layup no good, but he was pushed. A lot of fight here down the stretch. You do wonder what's next.
He's like, I'm going to be good. I think he's very anxious to get back and show what he's got left.
There's a lot of young talent around this team. Wembanyama just steals Kamara's soul. And out of bounds. San Antonio ball, his 6th. Head coach for San Antonio will use this game as a teaching experience, an opportunity for his Portland season will end, but this is time that Thiago Splitter took in Phoenix to get the 7th seed. And won game 2 here in Portland as Wembanyama fouls Grant, but then
of 3-point shooting, it's a lack of being able to consider about pregame, like all the things he's learned in this series. How prepared to your stuff.
And that's the next step for Avdia, perhaps, who's been a really good player for a while, but this is the first year he really got recognition. He's got a chance to make an All-NBA team. He was an All-Star, finished 3rd in most improved player voting, but barely over 30% 3-point shooter. That will have to change. 3-pointer for Champagnie. He started the night hot. And he finishes with a 3 as Avdia is shoved. 5 triples for Champagnie.
Breaks, but it felt pretty big. You think about the speed, the physical toughness, the defensive tenacity of both backcourts. Pretty special.
22 is that the Spurs would be in the conference semifinals. They won 34 games last year. The jump was expected, but a 28-win improvement, and now a first-round victory, and looking like a real threat to maybe go all the way. Not many would have imagined that that's where we are, closing in on May 1st.
And Fox showing you the ability to close games when required, taking over for a 4 or 5 minute stretch.
Wembanyama finishes the series averaging 21 points, 9 rebounds. He had 16 blocks in the series. He had 13 the last 2 games. But you're right about De'Aaron Fox. All the big shots the last 2 games as the Spurs eliminate the Portland Trail Blazers. San Antonio. There's 0.2 of a second left. They're going to have to inbound